what you've torn apart. Don't leave me here with these tears anymore. I gave you everything, my soul on a plate, but you turned away without a second glance. Now I'm picking up pieces of what we had, dancing alone in this endless trance. Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door. Come back and heal what you've torn apart. Don't leave me here with these tears anymore. I know it's over, but my heart won't believe. Begging for mercy in my dreams. If only time could turn back the hands, I'd hold you closer, mend the sea, unbreak my heart. Don't leave me in the dark. Walking these streets where we used to laugh, every corner holds a ghost of your smile. The rain falls heavy, matching my tears. It's been months, but it still feels like a while. Shadows of you follow me everywhere. In the quiet nights I feel you there, but you're gone, and I'm lost in despair. Heartbroken, breathing this empty air. Your hoodie still hangs in my closet door. Smells like the past, I can't let go. Friends say move on, but how do I start when every song reminds me of us so slow? Shadows of you follow me everywhere. In the quiet nights I feel you there, but you're gone, and I'm lost again with this ache in my chest. The side of the bed feels forever cold. We built a world, now it's turned to dust. Stories untold, promises sold. I'm missing pieces you took when you left. Holes in my heart that time can't forget. Trying to smile, but I'm falling apart. You were my everything, not just a scar. Scrolling through photos I should delete, laughing at memories that cut like knives. Wondering if you ever think of me, or if I'm just a chapter in your life. I'm missing pieces you took when you left. Holes in my heart that time can't forget. Trying to smile, but I'm falling apart. You are my everything, not just a scar. Oh, I gave you my trust, you gave me goodbye. Now I'm rebuilding brick by brick. But some days the walls come crashing down, and I miss you more than I admit. The ink is still dark on the notes that you wrote, but the meaning has drifted like a ghost in a boat. I'm holding the letters, the edges are frayed, in the quiet of the ruin of the plans that we made. You spoke of forever like it was a solid thing, not a seasonal bird that would take to the wing. Now I'm reading the lines, but the truth's hard to find. Just a series of echoes you left here behind. The colors are bleeding, the edges are blurred. I'm losing the weight of every sweet word. I try to hold on, but they slip through my hand like water retreating away from the sand. Now they're just faded promises, ghosts in the hall, shadows of whispers that I can't quite recall. You swore you'd stay grounded, you swore you'd be mine, but the gold in your words has lost all its shine. It's a slow, quiet death of a beautiful lie, watching the light in our always just die. Faded promises hanging in the air, reminding me daily that you are not there. You are not there. has a hole in the center, a house with a door that I no longer enter. We promised we'd grow like the oaks in the yard, but the winter came early and the ground hit too hard. Every I promise and I'll never leave is a thread that I pulled till it unraveled my sleeve. I'm wearing the memory of what we should be, but the fabric is thin and it's cold around me. If words were like stone, I'd be safe in a tower, but they were just petals that died in an hour. You didn't break them with anger or a sudden loud sound. You just let them wither and fall to the ground. Now I'm swept up in the debris of a heart, watching the masterpieces fall right apart. Now they're just faded promises, ghosts in the hall, shadows of whispers that I can't quite recall. You swore you'd stay grounded, you swore you'd be mine, but the gold in your words has lost all its shine. It's a slow, quiet death of a beautiful lie, watching the light in our always just die. Faded promises hanging in the air, reminding me daily that you are not there. Faded, so faded and gray, the promises we made just drifted away. Just words on a page, losing their hue. Faded promises and a faded version of you. The clouds are heavy, a bruised and purple sky, mirroring the storm that's trapped behind my eyes. I'm walking down the street where we used to run, back when we were chasing a never-ending sun. Now the pavement's glistening, a cold and silver gray, washing all the footprints of our life away. Every droplet hitting feels like a heavy hand in a world that neither of us could quite understand. The rhythm on the rooftop is a lonely beat, the sound of a heart that's tasting defeat. I call out your name to the empty, wet air, but the only thing answering is a cold, hollow stare. And I'm hearing echoes in the rain tonight, the ghost of your laughter, the ghost of your light. Every splash in a puddle is a word you once said, a heart in the reality of a love that is dead. The water is falling, but it can't wash me clean from the memories of places where we should have been. It's a symphony of sorrow, a desperate refrain, just me and the air. echoes in the rain. The umbrella's broken, but I don't really care. There's a comfort in the way the cold wind cuts the air. It masks the salt of the tears on my face as I wander through the ruins of this lonely place. You promised me shelter, you promised me home. Now I'm just a silhouette drifting alone. The thunder is muffled, a distant low groan, like the weight of a secret I've always known. If the sky could stop crying, maybe I could too. But the clouds are just as broken as my thoughts of you. The storm doesn't pass, it just settles inside. But nowhere for a shattered heart to go and hide. I'm drenching in the what ifs, I'm soaking in the why. Beneath the weeping, unforgiving sky. And I'm hearing echoes in the rain tonight. The ghost of your laughter, the ghost of your light. Every splash in a puddle is a word you once said. A haunting melody of a love that is dead. The water is falling, but it can't wash me clean from the memories of places where we should have been. It's a symphony of sorrow, a desperate refrain, just me and the echoes in the rain. Echoes in the rain, washing away the pain, but the sound remains the same. I still hear your name in the I still buy the coffee that you used to like. Then I realize I'm drinking for two. I take the long way home on my bike just to pass the places that belong to you. The coat rack is lighter, the hallway is wide. A map of a life that was cut at the seam. I'm living in the space where we used to hide. Now I'm wide awake in a broken dream. They tell me that time is a bridge to the shore, but I'm still standing at your front door. The silence is heavy, the air is so thin, wondering how to let the world back in. 'Cause you're the one I lost, the one I can't find. The ghost and the static, the hits in my mind. I'm reaching for shadows, I'm calling your the person I'm seeking is no longer the same. A hole in my future, a debt I can't pay. Watching the best of me walking away. My heart is a cost I can't afford to exhaust. Missing you, the one I lost. I saw your reflection in a shop window pane. For a second the world felt steady and right, but it was just a stranger avoiding the rain. And I was back in the middle of a lonely night. Your side of the bed is a cold empty shelf where I store all the things I can say to myself. I'm a king of a kingdom of dust and of bone, learning the rhythm of being alone. If I had a compass, if I had a star, I'd follow the trail to wherever you are. But you didn't leave a breadcrumb or a lie. You just faded like smoke in the dead of the night. My heart is part of the bitter cost, is knowing I'm the reason that you're the one I lost. 'Cause you're the one I lost, the one I can't find. The ghost and the static, the hitch in my mind. I'm reaching for shadows, I'm calling your name, but the person I'm seeking is no longer the same. A hole in my future, a debt I can't pay. Watching the best of me walking away. My heart is a cost I can't afford to exhaust. Missing you, the one I lost, the one I lost. A permanent frost. I'm still counting the days, I'm still paying the price. In a heart made of glass, in a heart made of ice, the one I lost. I thought by now the air wouldn't feel so heavy, that the weight in my chest would have started to lift. But I'm still standing at the edge of the levee, watching our memories start to drift. They say the first month is the hardest to swallow, that the second is when you start to find your feet. But every morning still feels just as hollow, and the coffee we shared still tastes bittersweet. I've burned the bridge and I've changed the locks. I've hidden your things in a cardboard box. I tell my reflection that I'm doing fine, but I'm still tripping over the ghost of your line. It still hurts when the sun goes down. It still hurts when I walk through town. I thought time was a healer, a friend to the weak, but I'm still losing breath every time that you speak. In the back of my mind, started a sprint, then it went into hiding. I had 1,000 things I wanted to say, but the space between us is only widening. I'm tired of the how are yous and the you'll be okay. Tired of the light that refuses to stay. I'm wearing a smile like a cheap disguise, but the truth is written in the circles under my eyes. It's not a sharp sting, it's a dull constant ache, a rhythmic reminder of every mistake. It's the silence that follows the sound of your name. It's knowing that nothing will ever be the same. It's a permanent winter, a long distance run. I'm waiting for a healing that's never begun. It still hurts when the sun goes down. It still hurts when I walk through town. I thought time was a healer, a friend to the weak, but I'm still losing breath every time that you speak. In the back of my mind, in the heat of a dream, nothing is ever as easy as it seems. They say let it go, but I don't know how, because honestly, darling, it still hurts right now. It still hurts like a lesson learned, like a bridge that's still burning, and a page never turned. It still hurts. It still hurts. I'm walking through the rooms of this empty house, tracing shadows where we used to be. The silence is a predator, quiet as a mouse, waiting for the dark to swallow me. Your side of the closet is a hollow space, a tooth pulled out, leaving only a stain. I'm searching every mirror for a glimpse of your face, but the glass doesn't offer me anything. We're a story that ended before the last page, a bird that died inside of its cage. I'm breathing in the dust of a life we planned, trying to hold on to shifting sand. Now I'm just living with the ghost of us in the wreckage and the settling dust. I hear your laughter in the hallway light, but when I turn around, of your perfume is fading away, like a sunset dying in a winter sky. I try to find the words I was supposed to say, but they're stuck in my throat, just a dry goodbye. I saw you in a dream, you were reaching for me, with that look in your eyes like you used to have. But I woke up to the cold, hard reality, where the memory of you is a jagged edge. Is it a haunting or a sanctuary? The way I keep you with my memory. I'm terrified of the day the ghost disappears, leaving me alone with my own quiet fears. Don't leave me yet, even if it's just a chill. Let me feel standing perfect grace still. Now I'm just living with the ghost of us, and the wreckage and the settling dust. I hear your laughter in the hallway light, but when I turn around there's nothing inside. It's a haunting without a single sound, a love that's buried but never found. I'm caught in the middle of a permanent must, losing my mind to the ghost of us. The ghost of us. Turn her in the rain, a soft electric, beautiful pain. Don't fade away, don't go. The moon is hiding behind a wall of gray, as if it's too ashamed to watch the end of the day. I'm lying here in the middle of this king-size bed, replaying every single word that you never said. The cotton is cold where your shoulder used to rest. A hollow ache is blooming deep inside my chest. I try to close my eyes and find a moment of sleep, but the secrets of our ending are the ones I have to keep. I'm reaching out to touch the space you left behind, but there's nothing but the static in a weary mind. The house is breathing, but it doesn't feel alive without you here. I'm barely learning to survive. Oh, now there's just tears on my pillow, like echoes The scent of your skin is still caught in the thread. A haunting little ghost that refused to be dead. I should have washed the linen, should have cleared the air, but I'm terrified to lose the last proof that you were there. I watch the digital clock as the minutes bleed through, wishing I could turn the time back to the me and you. But the rhythm of the ticking is a sharp, jagged knife, cutting through the remnants of a shattered life. They say that morning brings a brand new kind of light, but I'm still shivering in the middle of the night. If I could weep a river, would it carry me to you? Or would I just be lost in a deeper shade of blue? The pillow is a witness to the breaking of a heart, a silent death reminder that we're worlds apart. Now there's just tears on my pillow, like echoes in the rain. A saltwater map of a deep and private pain. Every drop is a promise that we couldn't quite hold. A story of a fire that's grown bitter and cold. I'm drowning in the fabric, I'm soaking in the light, beneath the heavy ceiling of a lonely dark sky. It's a quiet flood, a slow and steady blow, with tears on my pillow, letting you go. Tears on my pillow. The salt and the stain washing away, but the feelings remain. Just an echo in the dark, a dying little spark. Good night, goodbye.
The piano fades into the sound of steady rain against a window pane, ending on a final, soft, minor chord.
coffee cup is sitting on the counter ledge, right where you left it, near the jagged edge. The steam has vanished and the brew is turning cold, just like the story that we never got to fold. I checked the driveway, but the gravel settled still. The silence is a medicine that's harder than the pill. I'm looking for a reason in the patterns on the floor, searching for the footsteps leading to the door. There was no shouting, there was no final war, just the quiet click of a lock upon the door. Now the air is heavy with a million what-if lines, and I'm reading through the wreckage for the hidden signs. Why did you go? Why did you leave me here? With nothing but the echoes of a lonely rising fear. You took the color and you took the morning light, leaving me to navigate the middle of the night. Was I too much to carry? Was I not enough to stay? Did you find a better version of a life a mile away? The rain is starting and the wind begins to blow, and I'm screaming to the shadows. Why did you go? Walked the park today, the one where we first met. The grass was soaking with the dew and my regret. I saw a couple laughing, sharing secrets in the shade, and I felt the sharpest sting of every choice we made. You didn't leave a letter, didn't leave a single trace, just a hollow indentation in your pillow's lace. I'm a ghost inside a hallway, I'm a star without a sky, drowning in the question of a silent, cruel goodbye. If I could pull you back for just a second of your time, I'd ask you if the mountain was too difficult to climb. Was it the boredom or the fire? Was it me or was it you? Give me any answer that's at least a little true. The not knowing is the monster under every single bed. It's the only conversation living in my head. Oh, why did you go? Was I too much to carry? Was I not enough to stay? Did you find a better version of a life a mile away? The rain is starting and the wind begins to blow, and I'm screaming to the shadows. Why did you go? Why did you go? The rain is turning cold, a story left half told. I'm still waiting by the window. I'm still waiting for the why. I'm picking up the pieces of the sky we used to share. sharp and jagged edges in the quiet morning air. We built a house of crystal on a foundation made of sand, thinking we could hold the whole wide world within our hands. The blueprints for our future are scattered on the grass, hidden in the debris and the splinters of the glass. I'm looking at the ruins of the us I used to know, finding every reason why you had to let me go. The stars we named are falling from the ceiling of my mind, leaving only shadows of the life we left behind. I'm breathing in the winter of a summer turned to stone, learning how it feels to build a kingdom all alone. And I'm walking through a garden of shattered dreams tonight, searching for a flicker of a long extinguished light. Like echoes in the rain, your promises remain, falling through the cracks and washing down the drain. We were a masterpiece that couldn't stand the weather. Now I'm trying to glue the broken parts back together, but the mirror's gone to dust and the picture's lost its gleam, waking up to nothing in a shattered dream. The ticket stops for journeys that we'll never get to take, are reminders of the gravity that caused the heart to break. I see the ghost of always in the corner of the room, wrapped in all the silence of this everlasting gloom. You said we'd be the exception, the ones who made it through. Now I'm just a stranger with a memory of you. The ink has started bleeding on the letters in the drawer, just like the person that I can't be anymore. Is there a beauty in the breaking? Is there a rhythm in the fall? Or is this just the sound of a heart against a wall? I'm shouting at the sky, but the clouds just offer rain. A liquid heavy curtain for a cinematic pain. I thought we were forever, I thought we were the gold, but some stories are just meant to be left half told. And I'm walking through a garden of shattered dreams tonight, searching for a flicker of a long extinguished light. Like echoes in the rain, your promises remain, falling through the cracks and washing down the drain. We were a masterpiece that couldn't stand the weather. Now I'm trying to glue the broken parts back together, but the mirror's gone to dust and the picture's lost its gleam, waking up to nothing in a shattered dream. Shattered dreams. In the middle of the rain, I 1,000 little pieces of 1,000 miles of pain. I'm still picking them up, I'm still letting them fall, waking up to nothing at all. The sound of rain fades out into absolute silence. I finally took your toothbrush off the sink today. It felt like moving mountains just to put a plastic thing away. The silence in the kitchen has a weight I didn't know, a heavy, hollow presence everywhere I go. I set the table for two out of a habit I can't break. Then I stare at the empty chair and feel the old familiar ache. The tea's getting cold, the steam is curling thin, waiting for a conversation that will never begin. The city lights are flickering a million miles away, and I'm just trying to figure out how to finish one more day. The umbrella in the hallway is still dripping from the night, reminding me of how we used to hold each other tight. Now I'm just alone again, echoes in the rain, whispering your name to hide the steady, quiet pain. I'm back to counting shadows on the ceiling of our room. Water in my soul, oh, this everlasting gloom. It's a rhythm I remember, it's a song I've always known. The terrifying melody of being on my own. One heart, one shadow, and a world that's turned to blue. I'm just alone again, without a trace of you. Walk past the theater where we saw our favorite show, and I instinctively reached out for the hand I had to let go. The air was sharp and bitter, it tasted like the end, like a fracture in the soul that I don't know how to mend. I find myself talking to the walls just to hear a sound, and but the echoes in the rain are the only things around. You were the anchor, you were the center of the map. Now I'm just falling through a giant silent gap. They say that being solitary is a strength you have to find, but they haven't seen the wreckage you left inside my mind. It's not the being by myself that cuts me like a blade, it's the ghost of the togetherness that's starting now to fade. I'm terrified of the quiet, I'm terrified of the light, because trace of you. Alone again. The rain is getting louder now. I'm learning how to live. I'm learning how to bow to the silence, to the space, to the memory of your face. Alone again. Tell me that the seasons are supposed to bring a change, but the flowers in the garden just look colorful and strange. I'm still wearing December in the middle of the May, while the world is busy moving on 1,000,000 miles away. I finally cleared the boxes from the corner of the hall, but I still see your shadow leaning up against the wall. They say just take a step, but they don't see the heavy chain, linking every heartbeat to the echoes in the rain. I'm not drowning like I was a month ago, but the water's still deep and the current's still slow. I can finally breathe without a catch in my chest, but I'm still a long way from finding any rest. 'Cause I'm healing slow, like a winter turning gray, counting every second of a long and lonely day. The wounds are closing up, but the scars are red and deep, and I'm still crying in the hours before I go to sleep. It's a quiet kind of torture that's inching toward the light, while I'm still half paralyzed by the middle of the night. They say time is a river, but I'm just watching it flow, staying right here, healing slow. I went an hour today without thinking of your name, and for a fleeting second the world felt almost the same. But then I heard a song, or I smelled a certain street, and the ground just started crumbling beneath my tired feet. It's not a sudden crash, it's a slow and steady leak, leaving me exhausted, leaving me so weak. I'm mending like a porcelain that was shattered on the floor, functional and stable, but not beautiful anymore. Don't ask me if I'm over it, don't ask me if I'm fine. There's no magic finish line for a love that was like mine. It's a grueling, bitter climb up a mountain made of glass, watching all the better versions of my future pause. I'm doing the work, I'm letting you go, but the clock is the enemy when you're healing this slow. 'Cause I'm healing slow, like a winter turning gray, counting every second of a long and lonely day. The wounds are closing up, but the scars are red and deep, and I'm still crying in the hours before I go to sleep. suitcases sit and the keys on the stand. I'm tracing the ghost of where you used to land. For 1,000 nights I lived in this storm, trying to keep a dead fire warm. I've memorized the rhythm of the salt on my face, running in circles in this empty space. But the echoes in the rain are starting to fade, and I'm tired of the debt that I've already paid. The silence doesn't scream quite as loud as before. I'm finally strong enough to look at the door. The weight in my chest is becoming a wing. I'm ready to feel just anything. So goodbye heartbreak, goodbye pain. I'm leaving the echoes out in the rain. I've carried the what ifs until I went numb, waiting for a healing that wouldn't come. But the clouds are breaking, the sky's turning blue, and I'm finally running out of missing you. It's a quiet farewell, a final release. Goodbye heartache, hello peace. I walked past our bench and I didn't break down. I'm finally a stranger in this haunted town. The song on the radio doesn't draw blood. I'm standing on grass instead of the mud. I'm letting the promises return to the dust, replacing the why with a new kind of trust. It's not that I've forgotten the love that we made, it's just that the color has started to fade. No more searching for you in a crowded room. No more living my life in a permanent gloom. The winter was long and the winter was deep, but I'm waking up from this hollow sleep. I'm taking my heart back piece by piece, finding the beauty in the sweet release. So goodbye heartbreak, goodbye pain. I'm leaving the echoes out in the rain. I've carried the what ifs until I went numb, waiting for a healing that wouldn't come. But the clouds are breaking, the sky's turning blue, and I'm finally running out of missing you. It's a quiet farewell, a final release. Goodbye heartache, hello peace. Goodbye The rain has stopped, the heavy burden has finally dropped. I'm walking away from the ghost of us into the light, here through the dust. Goodbye. Your electronic pulse slows and stops, a final bright piano chord rings out clearly. this feeling was my only view, and the air in this room felt heavy. was a house made of glass in a hurricane's path, just a hollowed out shell in the aftermath. The echoes in the rain used to pull me under. I was terrified of the silence and the thunder, but the salt on my skin is finally dried, and the version of me that was breaking has died. The bruises are fading to a faint shade of gold. A different kind of story is starting to unfold. I don't check the porch light, I don't check the door. I'm not the victim of the us anymore, 'cause I'm stronger now than the day you left. I found the rhythm in the middle of the bed. You took the always, you took the forever, but you couldn't break the spirit you tried to sever. The rain is still falling, but I'm standing tall. I've learned how to rise after every fall. It's a brand new heartbeat, a brand new vow. I'm not just surviving, I'm stronger now. I saw you at a distance in the park last night, and for the first time I didn't lose my sight. My hands didn't shake and my breath didn't catch. I was a fire that you couldn't rematch. I looked at the wreckage and I saw a garden, a heart that was soft beginning to harden. Not into stone, but into a shield, knowing exactly how it feels to be healed. I thank you for the winter, I thank you for the cold, because it gave me a courage I could never have sold. I had to lose everything to see what stayed, to see the foundation that couldn't be swayed. The echoes are quiet, the storm is behind. I'm leaving the shadow and the what if mind. 'Cause I'm stronger now than the day left. I found the rhythm in the middle of the theft. You took the always, you took the forever, but you couldn't break the spirit you tried to sever. The rain is still falling, but I'm standing tall. I've learned how to rise after every fall. It's a brand new heartbeat, a brand new vow. I'm not just surviving, I'm stronger now. I'm stronger now. The rain is just water, it's no longer a ghost. I'm the one that I'm loving the most. Look at me now, take a final bow. I'm stronger now. I'm I'm still tracing outlines on your side of the bed, counting every forever that we left unsaid. The calendar is frozen on a Tuesday in July, before the world turned quiet, before the well ran dry. Now the hallway feels longer, the ceilings feel tall, and I'm just a shadow leaning against the wall. I try to call your name, but my throat's full of glass, watching the ghost of us, watch the hours pass. In the 16 faded colors of a photograph frame, I'm screaming at the ceiling, but I've forgotten the aim. Just a million soft echoes of a love gone cold, a story left unfinished, a lie we both told. Just like we never remained. The radio is playing that song you used to hate. I didn't turn it off, I guess I'm just a little late to every realization, to every warning sign that you were drifting out to sea while I was holding the line. Now my hands are all blistered and the rope's gone slack, and there's no map in the world that can lead you back. Is it easier for you? Do you breathe a lighter air? Or do you catch my scent on a stranger's hair? Are we just static now? Are we just white noise? Two broken people playing with their broken toys. In the 16 faded colors of a photograph frame, I'm screaming at the ceiling, but I've forgotten the aim. Just a million soft echoes of a love gone cold, a story left unfinished, a lie we both told. You're a whisper in the wind, I'm a heartbeat in the rain, trying to find the beauty in this brand new kind of pain. Faded, like the ink on the letters I'll never mail. Faded, like the wind dying down in a tattered sail. 16 breaths since I last heard your voice. I'm losing the sound, I don't have a choice. Just a whisper, just faded. the glass like my unspoken words, watching the world blur, feeling so absurd. You said forever, but forever's just a lie. Now I'm here alone, asking myself why. Tears on the window, mixing with the storm, heartache in the rhythm, can't keep warm, lost in the downpour of what we used to be, drowning in memories, set me free. Your scent on the pillow, fading day by day. I reach for your hand, but it slipped away. Nights stretch endless, filled with regret, wondering if you'll ever forget. Tears on the window, mixing with the storm, heartache in the rhythm, can't keep warm, lost in the downpour of what we used to be, drowning in memories, set me free. One day the sun might break through the gray, but tonight I'm shattered in every way. Love was a fire, now just embers cold, stories of us forever untold. Tears on the window, falling slow, letting you go. Streetlights flicker like the hope in my chest. Walking these paths where we laid love to rest. Your voice in the wind, a ghost I can't chase. Pieces of me scattered all over the place. Echoes of us ringing in my mind. Love that we lost, leaving me behind. Why does it hurt to remember your touch? Hearts eyes closing in, singing soft sorrows where our love has been. Cradle the hurt like a child in my arms, whispers of what ifs, no lucky charms. Broken lullaby, rocking me to sleep. Dreams of your harmony, promises we couldn't keep. Tears as my melody, pain as my beat. Heart symphony shattered, incomplete. Your eyes held the stars, now they're just voids. I search for the light in the noise. Fell too deep, now I'm climbing alone from the wreckage you left in my heart. Broken lullaby, rocking me to sleep. Dreams of your heartbeat, promises we couldn't keep. Tears as my melody, pain as my beat. Heart symphony shattered, incomplete. One more verse for the love that we lost, counting the cost, paying the frost. Someday I'll sing a new tune, maybe, but tonight this lullaby's all that's saving me. Broken lullaby, hush now, fade to somehow. Words unspoken hang heavy in the air. Screams in my throat, but no one's there. You walked away without a backward glance, left me in ruins, no second chance. Silence screams echoing through my veins. Love's cruel game driving me insane. Why can't you tears from my eyes. Roses you gave me, now just goodbyes. Thorns in my heart, drawing blood so deep. Love's garden, overgrown, secrets I keep. Wilted roses dying on the vine. Our story's over, no more mine. Why did beauty turn to dust so fast? Heart in fragments, shadows of the past. Bouquet of promises tied with fragile string, now unraveling, losing everything. I water the memories with salty rain, hoping for bloom, but it's all in vain. Wilted roses dying on the vine. Our story's over, no more mine. Why did beauty turn to dust so fast? Heart in fragments, shadows of the past. Prune the pain, let new growth appear. But roots run deep, tangled in fear. Someday a new flower might rise from the dirt. Till then I'm nursing this hurt. Wilted roses, petals fall, answering the call. Clock strikes 12 and the thoughts rush in. Regrets like waves pulling me under again. What if I fought harder, held on tight? Now it's just me, the endless night. Midnight reds whispering your name. Love's bitter end, who's to blame? Hearts on fire, but the flames are cold. Stories of us growing old. Replay the moments, frame by frame. Your laugh, your touch, driving me insane. I let you go, or did you push me away? Either way, I crumbling down, shards on the floor, wearing a crown of thorns. You were my future, painted so bright. Now it's all darkness, no end in sight. Fractured dreams scattered in the wind. Love's cruel twist, where do I begin? Piecing together what's left of my soul. Holes in my heart, never feeling whole. Nights spent wishing on falling stars, but wishes don't heal these invisible scars. Your absence a void, sucking me in, struggling to breathe. Where have I been? Fractured dreams scattered in the wind. Love's cruel twist, where do I begin? Piecing together what's left of my soul. Holes in my heart, never feeling whole. Maybe dreams mend with time and grace, finding new paths in this empty space. But tonight I'm broken, raw and real, learning to feel what I need to heal. Fractured dreams, mending slow. Letting go. Staring back at me, a stranger's eyes, ghost of who I was before the light. You took my light, left me in the shade. Now I'm fading, colors all decay. Ghost in the mirror, haunting my reflection. Love's deception, no protection. Why can't I see the girl I used to know? Hearts in hiding, afraid to show. Traces of your touch on my skin so cold. Stories unspoken, waiting to be told.